guys, it's Susanna here. Well, I'm back for another prompt for our Journal of Stitchery, and I was going to do a few things and I sort of tousled around with what I was going to do, and in the end I end up unpicking something, and I'll show you in a minute. But first I'm going to show you my finished piece of this beautiful bird that I'm making for my friend, because I'm staying with her in oh, I'll turn this off. I'm staying with her in England. I made something for my brother. I'm staying there for over 2 weeks, and I'm staying with my friend for a week. So she's quite creative, and she is musical, but doesn't do this sort of stuff, and she really appreciates. I love how it's turned out, and I wanted to, you know, like, have it so she can just hang it straight up on the wall. But I love how, you know, it's all messy and it's turned out. Look at the ant, isn't it gorgeous? I just think it has turned out really beautiful. So there is a bit of work in there, but not as much as you think, because this is like a long thread. I was able to just couch it down, and even this, that's actually a piece of like ribbon. It looks like I've done all the stitching. So I mean, there is a bit of work, but not as much as what you would think. So you can create this really well. And then I've got this beautiful, my friend said, oh, I've got this really nice silk ribbon that would go really well with it. So I did sort of like brighter stuff, and then I did really fine. Can you see that? Fine, and it's got a bit of a shine to it. So yeah, I love it. Love how it's turned out. So take it with me in my suitcase, and she can just hang it up on the wall. Nice way of saying thank you. So yeah, nothing nicer than a personal gift. So I really thought I'd show you, because I've showed the first video of how I started it and I painted and all that kind of stuff, and it's still got some of the painting underneath. Like, I didn't do these leaves. I wanted to show some of the painting, and here, and even in here, you know, I wanted to keep some of it, and that's the leaf. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. So there you go. I said I would show you the finished piece, and there it is. Okay, now we're going to I'll just quickly show you too. This is what I've been up to with my lavender. I still haven't finished it, because I did with thread, I did one lavender and then beading, and then I put, it was like this originally with just the light. Once I put the dark around it, with the wool, it turned out a lot better. I think it just really blends it in, and yeah, here we go. I think it looks really good. So I'm still busy working on that part there. Now I've got this fabric which I used on, where is it? Where is he? He's up here. That was my the glass house. So I thought I'm going to use that fabric again. I'm just going to roll that down. You can slowly see all the bits and pieces. Now, remember how I did this, and I had flower pots and everything there? Well, I unpicked them, because I hadn't completely finished it. I unpicked that, a little bit of that, and I got a piece from here. I'm just going to sit down. I don't think there is another piece on there, but I cut it out from here, and it was like one of these urny things. Oh, there's another conservatory. That's what that looked like, the glass house, before I painted it and then did all the stitching on it. So you can really turn things into what you want. No, I don't think there is another one on there, but I got it from this fabric anyway. So I thought, rather than showing you all the painting and everything, so that had like I think bushes and stuff in there, but it just reminds me of a beautiful fountain that I can put up there. So I'll fold this up. It's definitely a work in progress, that's for sure. Yeah, I had a few bits and pieces and other ideas I was going to do. Okay, pull that down. Now, just a look. I might zoom it in. There we go. Yeah, I quite like it. So I've put some Velisafix on the back, and I used my watercolours to just sort of, I want that to be the water, and then this is going to be like bush and stuff around. And I unpicked that a little bit. So there was just 3 flower pots. There's one in the middle and the 2 small ones. And I thought, nah, I was going to put that there, but it just lent itself for here. So then I'm going to do embroidery of like a spout and water coming up there. So tuck that under there like that. Then I've got this beautiful doily. It's got all these flowers on there, which I've got here. And I was thinking, once that's down, I'd like to, even though they're big, maybe they can be like hydrangeas or something. And I've got some leaves which I can just chuck in there. So yeah, I think it's going to look rather nice. So what we're going to do, put that away. I originally had done another video and showed you what my other plans were, but they're just, you know, you're not happy with it. And then I thought, oh well, look, I've got to do the painting. I thought I'd just won't worry about it. And it, like my glass house, you know, it's very roughly sorted out, and I've got to make it into what I need it to. So I'm just going to re-iron it a little bit because it does still seem like it's a little bit wet. Okay, I've just got unpicked here. Yeah, still little bits and pieces, but okay. So now I'm gonna take this off. And I sort of had to patch a few things together. Put that down there. Might have it going so it's sort of perfectly aligned. And then I unpicked that, but I'm going to put flowers over the top of that. So, okay. There we go. Yeah, I think it does need to sort of come up. Okay. So I'll hold that on there. Hopefully it'll, like it's light heat and bond, because I don't want it to be too, you know, sticky to sew through. So I'll there we go. It does tend to not want to work sometimes. Now, what have we got? I'm thinking this. Yeah, that's going to work. So I'm just going to I'll start off stitching, and then maybe I might turn it off and finish up the stitching off camera, but I'll start it on camera. Yeah, sometimes you think, oh, I don't know, the last couple of prompts I've been a bit but then once you sort of figure something out, you're like, oh yeah, I can make that work. And like how Sarah you know, unpicked her door and everything, and things don't work, there's nothing wrong with doing that. You know, you're not happy with something. I've got my pots there, and I've got more pots in the you know, in the veggie patch and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can make it work. So just grab it. I'm just going to do a small little slip, same as what was originally there. Just a small little slip stitch to hold it together. There's my little so yeah, I quite like it actually. I think I was actually initially thinking, oh, I wouldn't mind doing a even though it's not really the prompt, a what are they called? Oh, I've got the mental got the image in my head. Oh yeah, a well, I think a wishing well, because I saw a picture of it, like in Corinne's stuff. She's got all these little designs that she's incorporating, and one of the designs was a wishing well, and I thought, oh, that's cute, that would be a nice prompt. So it's not a pond or a thing, but or a fountain, but it's a body of water, so that might be another option. So there you go, Corinne, you can use your wishing well. Okay. Sort of, you need to go in a little bit because you don't want it to come undone, but at the same token I don't want to see the stitches either. Okay, yeah, it looks quite a bit better now that I've got to put a bit of colour in there. It reminds me of fountains you see in, you know, the small Australian towns, and they have these fountains in the centrepiece, like in Daylesford or in this is in Victoria. Some people would know where that is, but you got your central fountain. Sometimes when you've got a longer piece, it can knot up on you. Okay, well, I think that's my cue to turn it off, and I'll be back. It's knotted up on the bottom when I've stitched that down. I'll be back. Okay, back again. Well, that's stitched down, and I might go with my pen and sketch in it a little bit. So I'm going to zoom it in a tad. There we go, so that you can see. I've got, I'll just fold this up in front of me. There we go. Now, what I want to do here is with this thing, I sort of want to stitch. I might stitch on the outside, so I'm going to highlight that bit, that, and then maybe highlight that bit. So I might come in with some grey, and I might even do some little thing here, so I'll stem stitch that in. Okay, that come in along here. If this is going to work any better, I think they have seen better days, my things. Hang a minute, I think they have. That's probably why I've got the red one in now, so that's going to go along there. Maybe, you know, do a couple of things there, and I wanted it to stop here because that's where that part stops. So this is, you know, the water. Seen better days. So I'll do some blue stitching here, and then that is going to be the black. It's got a couple of marks along here that goes along here and here, this bit here. Now this red on red is not going to be that great, is it? I'm hoping that this will. Okay, I'm going to just do, not just do one line, going up. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, in the middle, one middle line, one line like that, one like that. Ugh, never easy when you want it to be. And like this. Okay. Get the drift. Okay, now that looks a little better. And then I'm going to do an outline here to sort of define where the border ends and where the greenery begins. Not that you will see too much of the greenery. There we go. There. Okay. I can probably see that better than what you can, but that's just going to be done in blue, I think. Okay, now these guys, because they are blanket stitched around the outside. Actually, I might have dark, lighter, and I stitched those down, and then I'll probably come back in and it's going to be over it. So we'll do a darker one, a lighter one, and a medium one. So I think that's darker. I think I need another darker one. You'll hear this little guy's on his own. And they've got leaves on here, but I figured these ones are quite nice. They're a bit 3D, and then I can even do some more myself. So what you do is going to show you, you sort of, like we did when I did the cut work, sort of fold it over, and then I'm just going to come in with some light thread and just stitch those bits down, like all the petals. And that way we're using up beautiful embroidery and making it look like it's all hand stitched, which it is, but using the work of people gone before us. That's what I just love about this project. It's incorporating your own work, but it's real sort of like textile art. Okay, yeah, that's a bit better. It's a bit darker. I might have that there. This is quite dark, that one. Then we're going to do the light one, and then a medium one. Okay, dark one, medium one, light one. I'm wondering if we're just going to do 6 or 7, since I've got the 7. And we're going let it go in like that. And then I've got these beautiful leaves. Here's mine. Like that. And then I might even do some myself. How does it look from your end? Oh, that looks pretty. So, yeah, I like that. Even though it's fairly big, but it's covering up. And then I've got one more, and I've got a few more. There's quite a few more flowers on there. I may utilise that in some of the other ones. So I like that. Now I'm going to get some thread. These will work for the green. I reckon that one will probably work for all of them. So we can stitch those down. Then, okay, put that back there. So they'll be used for that. But I would like to use and then I'm going to do some French knots and, you know, maybe a bit of green to make it look more greeny. I like that. Do I stitch that down now, or do I wait? Well, at least I know what's going to be happening there. Now, I've got this. That might work, just to give it a bit of raised. This is left over from when I did my bird. To highlight that. Is it going to be a dark enough colour? Probably. Okay, we are going to put that aside. I like that. I like it. Okay, and then see if it looks any good. I'll just do a couple of stitches, or whether I need darker. I sort of want it to look a bit, you know, grey, metal-y type. Only thing about this, when you put a knot in it, it's not the best. It tends to, I think it's just normal wool. It's not proper embroidery wool. It doesn't knot up properly. It comes undone. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, let's see. So what I wouldn't mind doing here is I'll start off embroidering here, and whether I do what did I do on this end? I think it's a backing stitch. Yep. Okay, so am I still in camera? Yes, good. Whether that's going to turn out or not, or I might need to use something else. I don't know. Because I definitely want it to be defined. But don't know whether wool is the right medium. Because it's been stitched down. Yeah, see, I need to go on it. I think it's too slippery. No. No. Need a darker colour. Where's my darks? Oh, they're over there. Wrong one. Yeah, maybe this one might work better, I think. Okay, see? Sometimes you think something's okay and I don't think it's the right thing for it. I know what I can do to save me a bit of trouble. Just go cut and then pull. That might even be a little dark. No fun you watching me do this, is it? Okay, there we go. Whose bright idea was this, eh? There we go. Okay. Now, what I might do, is it a little dark? Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I want it to sort of stand out a little bit. Okay, and maybe do a stem stitch that might take it in a bit. It's a dark colour, but it's not quite black, if you know what I mean. Now, how are we going for time? 27 minutes. Okay. What about if we start? We'll start here. And then we'll do maybe a stem stitch because it just seems, and we'll do the stem stitch on the outside and that'll cover the top. Hopefully you'll see that. There we go. So maybe stem stitch on the outside and then on the inside I do a backing stitch. Oh, sorry guys, I got a needle in the eye. Okay. Here we go. Got my scissors over there getting in the way. So I'll show you what I mean. So how are we all doing? We're getting close to finishing this. This is the last prompt for the month of April, and then in May I won't be posting up any of the prompts because this piece will be in Australia and I'll be away. So I'm going to have to play catch up when I get back of 2 prompts, and then we've got 2 more prompts. So there'll be 4 prompts after this, I think. So yeah, just got to play a bit of catch up when I get home. Might grab a little bit of it, but that's okay. I'm probably chafing at the bit to do something when I get home anyway, I think. Quite like this, I think it's going to be lovely. So this is my second last video before I head off, which is good for me anyway. Very excited. It's been a long time coming. Actually, while I'm here, I might do, whether I do a satin stitch, probably. We sort of want a little piece on the top indicating where the water's coming from. Okay, have that go in there. Even though it isn't black, it's a sort of like a real dark chocolatey browny black. It really does look black. Okay, now I might take that across. There we go. Hopefully that's enough. A minute, I'll fix this up in a second. Ugh. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. Give it a bit of a indication. Now I've got the heater on in here and I am getting warm. Be nice to head into some spring on the other side of the world. Hang 10, I'm just going to turn the heater off. Okay, well, while I turned off the heater, I can just finished going around there, so I'm going to continue along here with the black, well a blackie with charcoaly colour, and do a thing along there. And I might even do it along here to sort of define the, where are we? If I do get a bit of black here, just to define, that's where the, you know, the waterfall, the edging is, because that's where the water's being held. So along here and along there, it's sort of, so that's where the water's being held, and then that'll be more what do you call it, just, you know, I'm going to do these parts here. I might just do a running stitch to implicate water. So, but what I'll do now, just so you can have a bit of a see what I'm aiming for, threads everywhere, my goodness, really like that. I think it turned out pretty good. Now I'll start in the middle, and I've got a thinner pin needle, so that you know, it gives a little bit of a finer, it doesn't give such a big hole. So hopefully I am in camera and you can see. I thought if I do a running stitch, it implicates more that it is a water, if you know what I mean. Okay, get it going, and then those other bits that you see, and I might do just one more, will be ironed out when I do. So that's the first part. You know what, I'm going to use this, even though just because I need. Okay, that'll go there. This will go, needs to go like a little bit more, so I'll go like that. There. This bit. Go there. That bit. And then a couple of little smaller pieces. I might have to make that little black thing here a little bigger, I think, because we want to be able to have the water to be seen. Thank goodness it's going to come out with an iron. So where we are here on the top, still in camera, I'm going to go down just a tad and a little bit over to the side. And start there. There we go. Once you get started, and because I've got to hold this and turn it around, big long piece of it. Okay. So I may turn off the camera and continue working on this off camera, and you'll probably see the finished picture in the thumbnail. Okay, this is going to be a little closer. Definitely need to make that piece a little bit bigger so that it's going to have more bits coming out of it. So there we go. You can have a bit of an idea of what it's looking like. Okay, well, I'll zoom out. Oh, I do that every time. And grab me little pieces back again. And by the next video, I have stitched around there. I might only just have the one video, I think, because it's a little bit boring. And then the last video for this one will probably showing you some of the finished bits. Okay, so we've got dark, no, there, a dark one, a light one, and a medium. Yeah, I knew it was a bit more over and a bit up. There we go. And then one leaf there, one leaf there, there, and there. And then I'm probably going to create a couple more there. Ooh, that looks cute. I like it. So that's going to be my fountain. I quite like that. So you'll see a little bit more in the next in the next video, but you'll see the finished piece in the thumbnail, so you know where I'm going. So I'm going to be continuing with the dark along there, so it'll be a lot more detailed, and here, and a little bit more along here, so some more for me, and then just using this same blue thread, do a couple of running stitches, and then I'm going to fill in that green with some French knots and lazy daisies and all that kind of stuff. So I'll see whether I do a second part, or you'll see the finished picture in the thumbnail. Okay guys, I'll catch you later. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, it wasn't too exciting and not too much yapping. So yeah, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.